Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to go over something that I've been meaning to do for some time, but just haven't done it. So I always go over little pieces of what I'm doing for reloading, so we're going to go do a video series on all the reloading. I can't do it all in one because YouTube will squash it. They don't like reloading that much. And so this is video one of many to come. And we're going to just go over what I've got going on here, what you need to get started, what you got to think about to get started, and then we'll go into the process right after that. And so I wrote notes, so I hope I can stay on task today. If you watch my videos, you know that's hard. So you got to decide on your caliber. Generally speaking, you've already got a caliber, you've got a gun you want to reload for, you've had it for a while, you want better ammo, you want cheaper ammo. Not going to happen, but you want to reload for the rifle, pistol, whatever it is that you already have. And so you've got to choose your caliber. I'm not going to go into that right now. Then you got to start gathering components, and I say that especially now. This is August 2021. Good luck on getting components. That's why I say that. But you got to start getting components. You need brass, you need primers, you need bullets, and you need powder. All right. And so you got to start getting all that stuff together. Then you got to start gathering your equipment. And first and foremost is the press, and we'll go into that later. So I'm not really big on showing this right now. You got to have the dies for it. You've got to have the priming tool. You got to seat the primer. You got to wait. So really, I break it down like this. I guess is the best way to say it. When you have a case, you have to make sure it's the right size. You got to put a primer in it. You got to be able to trim it, chamfer and deburr it. You've got to be able to put powder in it, and you've got to be able to put a bullet in it. And so you need all the tools for that. And you need a way to measure things. Sweet little calipers. And there's some more inside of that too. I'm going to keep this really short because it's just the intro to the series. And the next thing might be the hardest piece of what you need to do. You need to research and prepare data and able to reload. There's so much data out there. I would recommend when you start and continue reloading, go with manufacturer's data. Hornady, Spear, Nosler, like all these companies produce all this information. I would start with that. If you are going to go beyond that or outside of what they say in the books, then that's on you. But you stick with that data, it's going to get you some good results. And so there's a plethora of data out there. I say pick a book, pick a manufacturer, whether it's Hornady, Spear, Nosler, Lyman, whatever. Pick one, use it. Understand that there are variances from company to company. They all test it in different manners, but similarly in most regards. And so keep that in mind. After that, you're going to reload your ammo. You got to do it. You gotta pull that lever for the first time, and it's nerve-wracking, but you can do it. You know, the first time I went out and shot a rifle with my first reloads, I held it away from me. I had a face shield in front of me, and I had glasses on, and had my hearing protection, of course, and I lined it up the best I could. I popped off a shot, and nothing happened other than the bullet went down range. And so have confidence in the process. Have confidence that if you did your research, that it's going to be successful. If you stick to manufacturer's data, you know, they have that data for a reason. It's safe, so use it. Do lots of research though. Lots and lots of research. So after you reload your ammo, you got to test your ammo. There's different ways of testing ammo for safety, accuracy, pressure, all those things that you're looking for. But really you're looking for consistency. Once you find a safe load, you're looking for consistency. And that'll also be in another video. Different types of groups and ladders and things like that you can use. Ladders just meaning elevated powder charges for each shot that you take, and measuring for pressure, consistency, things like that. Anyways, and then what other additional equipment should you be considering when you reload? For me, it was no other additional equipment. I had very, very bare basic equipment for a very long time, and I got okay results. They weren't that bad. And then when I started getting better equipment, I got a nicer press now. I actually have 3 presses, but you know, this is the one I use right now. I've got a powder measure back here that's electronic, and it dispenses for me. I just plug in the numbers. I've got multiple different powders. It's just 2 of the 8 different types of powders I have in there. You know, what type of primers are you using? What brand, weight, lot number of brass? What bullets does your gun like? Because it's really up to your gun. It's not up to you. And so there's a lot of variables that come into this. That's why I say research, research, research. And so with that, I'm going to kind of cut this one short because I just wanted to give you an intro of what I'm going to do, and I will number the process that I do in order. And as we go through the process, I'll explain each piece of equipment, how I use it, why I use it, how I ended up with it, other things that I've used, things like that. But generally speaking, when you're a reloader, your closet's going to kind of look like this. So I've got Grendel, and I keep things simple too. I don't reload for a whole ton of calibers. I reload for 6.5 Grendel, 308, 223, and 9mm. And so I only reload 4 calibers. On top of that, I only shoot, outside of that, I only shoot 22. And so I reload for everything. But like I said, if you really get into reloading, you're going to get pretty particular about your methodologies. You're going to have different brasses or different powders for different reasons. You know, like just to blow your mind, if you don't reload, Varget Reloader 17, Reloader 15, Hodgdon 335, CFE 223, and IMR 4064 just for rifle powders. Oh, and I have 8208 XBR over here just for rifle powders. For pistol, I have Accurate number 2 and CFE pistol. And so there's a lot of variables in this. This is why I say research, 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 because there is not a one-size-fit-all for anybody and any rifle, generally speaking. There are known safe loads, but they may not be accurate in your rifle. So I'll stop with that now and just use this as the precursor to the videos to come. I will get these out quicker. I want to reload some ammo, but I want to document it, and we're going to do it in steps, like I said, because YouTube doesn't like that. It's not that I'm monetized or anything like that. I only have 630 something subscribers anyway, so I'm not really concerned with that, but I'd like for these videos to stay up. So with that, I will leave you guys until episode 2, which is going to cover notes, reloading equipment and options, like what particular equipment that I'm using. Episode 3, or video 3, will be component selection. What brass, primers, bullets, and powder are you using? Video 4, it says 5 on here, but obviously that's not 5. So this is 1, 2, is that one 3? Okay, 4, case prep, how I size, trim, chamfer, deburr, and prime a case. 5, how I do powder charges and bullet seating. 6, video 6, testing reloads, what to do with the data, overpressure signs, how to measure your speeds, and what all that means, and that's going to be the kind of the culmination. And so with that, I will leave you at approximately 7.5 minutes. Stay tactical.